coworkers were like, or his previous coworkers, women, were like, he didn't have that much to do with it at all. He's crazy. So it's like a disinformation campaign or discrediting campaign to discredit
We
Dr.
are
Boom.
live,
And because he
just so you know.
and because he would go on like Joe Rogan, it helped discredit him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so bananas. The shit is bananas.
Yeah, major bananas.
Introduced during September 14, 15, 2021, ICD committee includes representatives from the Centers for Medicare and Medical Services and the NCHS. Here's a screenshot, page 184 of the agenda, which says, under immunization for COVID-19. Yeah, this is the ICD-10 Coordination Maintenance Committee meeting, September 14, 15. During the current time of the COVID-19 pandemic, so this is, I guess, 2 years ago, year and a half ago, immunizations have provided protection for many people, but there's interest in being able to track people who are not immunized or only partially immunized. The current time, this is a significant modifiable risk factor for morbidity and mortality and of interest for clinical reasons. Okay, so they passed this thing in 2021 when they think that COVID is a problem, or when they still believe it's a problem at least. And it got implemented in January 2023 after we know it's not a problem. And even after Fauci was like, yeah, mRNA failed. He published, he put his name on that paper. Oh, clown world. The government will not restrict your travel. Airlines will. The government will not restrict your travel. Other nations will. The government will not restrict your travel. Auto rental companies will. Public transport will. Private companies will. We had that problem with Twitter in 2020, where the FBI was actively colluding and coercing Twitter to suppress different stories that may or may not have an impact on the election. And everyone's like, they're a private company. They can do what they want. But they also aren't. They have literal FBI agents on their payroll.
So that being said, can we talk about the rigged voting machines in Ohio in like from 2000 to 2018?
The Diebold? What about them?
I don't know. It's like bring it up at times.
Okay. Was it in the news recently? Your audio keeps cutting in and out.
How about now? Do I keep cutting in and out?
It sounds like you're talking into the microphone and then looking away from it and then like jumping up and down and walking around the room like you're a woman that doesn't understand how audio systems work.
That's not too far from the truth, to be honest.
Well, you know, maybe stop doing that.
Okay.
Have you considered that? It's got 8,000 gold in my gacha game. Wow, dude. I feel so lucky. I should go buy a lottery ticket right now. Maybe I'll find a Pikachu in my...
Yeah. Congrats on the strats, my guy.
In my Pokemon's Goes. I should go out right now.
How's my audio now? Am I clear, consistent, concise?
Definitely not consistent. You're clear, though.
Why not consistent? What's wrong with my consistency?
Now you're consistent.
Okay. Great.
What was it? I got a weird chime going on. You see the Navy reduce the ASVAB score to 10 to qualify to be in the Navy.
Can you give me some more context on that?
The ASVAB is that test that you take to see if you can join the military. Yeah. And it's a general aptitude test. It's like high school level questions. And so 50 is typically a low score. I think 54 might be the minimum to become like an infantry guy. They're not super smart, but smart enough to clean a rifle and shoot a dude in the face. And the Navy was like, yeah, we just need like someone that's almost retarded. I'm sorry. We need someone who's pretty foolish. Let's see if I can pull the article up. Taskandpurpose.com. This is a military publication. They will now enlist recruits who score 10 on their ASVAB. A new policy will allow for more recruits who score between the 10th and 30th percentile of the Armed Force qualification test. The 10th percentile. That's who's going. That's how far our schools in the inner city can't pass a map test, and so they're like, and no one's motivated to join the military to go fight for Ukraine.
So like an ASVAB score of 10 means like what? Is that like 8th grade, 4th grade? Like what does that really mean? Like what did you get? Can you not hear me? He's not here. It's just me here. Okay. Okay, here we go. No problem.
Damn, did you hear any of that?
No.
That was crazy. My everything just JavaScript error.
Nice.
All right. Well, were you talking?
Yeah.
Okay. So the last thing you heard was what?
I do not remember.
All right. I was talking about the Navy.
I said, you said something, and then I asked a question, which was,
You said, what's the context of that? So that's the 10th percentile. The people that took that, they're in the 10th percentile, the bottom 10th percentile. And they're allowing that group of people into the Navy to operate MOPS, I guess. That's the only thing they qualify for, right?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. He's like, yeah. It's like, are they only qualified for MOPS? Like, what does that really mean,
I don't know. Commander Benham says, as we continue to navigate a challenging recruiting environment, changing the AFQT requirement removes a potential barrier to enlistment. That barrier was, are you foolish or are you not foolish? And they've removed that barrier. So
are you an absolute fool or are you only minorly foolish?
Yeah. It used to be 50th percentile was kind of like the low end. And on the 50th percentile, you can reasonably expect that person not to commit felonies. To obey orders. 10th percentile, those are, I would imagine, low IQ, impulsive, incapable of seeing the future beyond the next 2.5 minutes, if even that.
Yeah, but is that like an 8th grade level of like math understanding, or like what? And then also, like, what did you get?
The ASVAB is it's like high school level math. Like freshman, sophomore year level math is on it, and those kinds of questions. If you're away from it like that, if you're away from doing math at all for like 10 years, I could see it being a little challenging. But if you're an 18-year-old who's still in high school taking this thing, and you're struggling, you're just kind of dumb, right? Um, like you and I have probably not divided a fraction since we were 18. So you might need a refresher course on how to do that, but once you get that refresher, you'll get it just fine, right?
Right.
So yeah, 10th percent. I don't know what that equals. It equals high school dropout. And where you know that they don't need to pass tests to graduate high school anymore because that would violate any kind of equity laws that have been imposed on our education system. But this article says 20% of new enlistees will fall under this 10th to 30th percentile range, which is insane. Regulations from the DoD stipulate that no more than 4% of enlistees into the various services can score in the Category 4 range, what the Navy will now be selecting from based on this new guidance. So I guess they allowed waivers for up to 4% of enlistees every year, probably to meet numbers and to put those people in jobs like jobs where you can't fuck shit up.
Man, I wish you could see this. I love this. This is one of my favorite CK2 images. There's a lot of cool art in this game.
You can just share your screen. If you had to guess, how many people left California over the past 2 years after COVID freed liberated them from the shackles? Yeah, man. 700,000, more than that, moved over the past 2 years, is what our census data shows. Which is, what was the population of California? 2019 was full screen 13 million. So I don't know, that's not going to affect their congressional seats or anything, but even though they left, I wonder if they're still residents for the purposes of their payroll. Uber left in 2021, Airbnb left, Oracle, Yelp, and Tesla left in 2021. So I didn't realize Uber left. But that makes sense because California had imposed like some new regulation about ride shares. Some like 80-90%, the preponderance of cars on their ride share service had to be electric by like 2025 or 2030, something unreasonable like that. So I can tell, like, Lyft spent millions of their cash on hand lobbying to have that overturned over the last election, which is probably not the best use of money. What? I'm pretty sure they failed also in that effort. Uber just apparently left.
Oh damn, dude! My daughter just died.
Well. Life's hard in the high Middle Ages.
She was 43. She was amazing, dude. She had a 30 fucking intrigue skill.
What year are you in?
1006 AD.
Okay, so Middle Ages?
Yeah. We just entered the Middle Ages. We started, I think I started... Let me see.
Isn't it the same year every single playthrough?
No. There's multiple years you can start in.
Based on the length of the game you want?
Yeah, all sorts of stuff.
Are you on YouTube?
I started... Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube. I started in 867. So I've been playing about not quite 200 years.
Is it set up as... like, so you're in the height of the Viking Age at that point?
Yeah.
Is it set up that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, like historically, and then you alternate it from there.
Yeah, and I started as my guy took over from Halfdan Whiteshirt, the guy who conquered York.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if you can see.
How much is the price of eggs right now in Crusader Kings? Is it a?
Hold on, are you seeing my stream? Hold on.
Yeah, I see it. I see Germania.
This is the religion screen. Gray is
Yeah,
Germanic.
the
Culture.
Teutonic Order.
Norse culture like infecting the river systems of Europe. I love it.
Nice. I mean, that makes sense. That tracks.
Well, yeah, but that's basically is
Most
like
of your living reality in your alternate reality history simulator.
Yeah. So these are all the kingdoms of the realm. Like Vladimir, Gedarchi, who's like he's a ruler kid, so he's actually like a descendant of another Viking. Fuck, he's moving.
Eggs are up 70% in annualized terms.
Oh no, sorry, it's the kingdom of Bohemia.
You know what else?
King of Prague.
The official inflation rate for January, 6.4.
Nice.
Do you believe that?
That's insane.
Price of food is 11.3 year over year, while food in the away from home category, like restaurants, is up 8%. How much do you think?
They can't get away with raising their prices that fast because most people don't pay like super close attention if they actually pay at the grocery store.
Well, they also, I would assume that is because it's not that huge of a difference. It's 8 versus 11. I assume the difference is a restaurant is able to buy in bulk because I'm buying one onion a week or maybe two. They're buying bushels and bushels of them, right? So that's what I imagine that's about. Margarine's up 45%. That's that. Do you think they mean butter, or do they think, or is they describing the actual margarine,
Probably
the
mean
thing
margarine.
that destroys your genetic codes and like gives you brain dead children, like you and me? Our parents ate a lot of margarine. By the stick. They went down to the state fair and they got that fried margarine stick and they just walked around eating that. They got a refill. Just dip the same stick in, swirl it around. Oh, gross. Egg prices are under pressure because of a deadly bird flu. And nothing to do with multiple. You remember last year when all those food stocks kept burning to the ground?
No. What do you mean? I realized that streaming all my personal Discord information probably wasn't the best move. So I stopped that. But I don't know. Can you talk for a sec? Oh, you're not getting recorded anymore now. So hold on.
I don't think anyone listens to him and goes, "Yeah, I'm listening to this." Remember when Pennsylvania elected a ogre over a TV doctor for Senate, and that just got elected. For a Senate. 1 month after being, he just took office in January, like 30 days ago. Oh, whatever. Ohio police going to Ohio. Springfield, Ohio.
Great.
Ohio police probe report black students assaulted. Ohio police probe report black students assault. That's not a sentence. Forced white students to say Black Lives Matter. You think that's reasonable? A group of Springfield, Ohio elementary school. I was expecting this to be like a high school story, not a elementary school. Group of Springfield, Ohio elementary school white students were allegedly threatened. White students were allegedly threatened and assaulted after a group of black students, whom they don't call out as being elementary school, so they must be older. And also, I guess they capitalized white in this and black. Told them to say Black Lives Matter or else, according to reports. The Springfield Police Department said an officer responded to Kenwood Elementary just before 10:20 a.m. on Monday in reference to the incident. When they arrived, he spoke to the school's principal, who said an incident occurred on the playground on Friday during recess. So the black students are probably... I don't know, Springfield, they got their... What's their grade separations? Like 1 through 4? Or is it like 1 through 8?
Yeah, it's 1 through 4. And then they go to a different school.
Students who tried to avoid the situation were chased down, dragged, or carried to a particular spot on the playground, with one student getting punched in the head by one of the suspects. That sounds reasonable. Surveillance footage of the incident noted is being prepared for police when the officer... Do you think they had surveillance footage when we were on the playground growing up?
Probably not.
Probably not. That sounds like an insane suggestion to... like, we're going to monitor your students. Who's going to monitor them? You know, that creepy guy over in the janitor office. He's going to monitor them. That's a yikes, bro. 5 victims, 4 suspects. White kids. They got to learn to fight back, you know.
Don't say that because we're strong.
I mean, against anyone. So, you know, if that happened to black kids, they would fight back because black kids are stronger and they're more like, let's kick ass, you know. The white kids are a bunch of pussies. Sorry, that's gendered of me to say. The white kids are a bunch of noodle arm gophers. All right, so I've been seeing like bits of this here and there, but this is the first actual news article from a somewhat reputable news source, at least a news source I've heard of. Gateway Pundit, your favorite. Local farmers sounds the alarm. Why did East Palestine launch My ID emergency service to surveil biometrics 1 week before the Ohio train derailment? So I've been hearing this, but it was always on like schizo kind of websites and nothing like, you know, legitimate. So this 70-year-old farmer Bob Moore initially ignored local news reports urging residents to sign up for My ID to receive a new biometric tracking device. It provides first responders updates about individuals' health conditions amid an emergency or major disaster. How does this thing work? It goes on your wrist, and then... Or is it like real-time tracking to a doctor? Manage your health records and medical information. Add a dependent profile. Choose what information to show on your public profile. So kind of, yeah, crazy. Of all like the tyrannies of the imagined in the by 20th century writers, medical tyranny I don't think was in any of them. The closest that I can think of is Ray Bradbury and everyone being on uppers. Maybe they're down. I don't know. Everyone was on prescription drugs in Brave New World. But that wasn't like a medical tyranny. That was just like a thing you did as part of the leisure class. Suspicious timing of the government's distribution of this health monitoring digital ID exactly 1 week prior to the train crash. It was exactly a week prior to the derailment happened, the farmer said. People were asked to go to a local fire department in downtown East Palestine to get that My ID bracelet. And there's a picture of the flyer East Palestine Fire Department is partnering with MyID to provide an easy method to provide valuable medical information to first responders in the event of an emergency. Rollout is scheduled to begin November 22. The base service will be free to residents of East Palestine as an added service of the fire department. There's a news story run, it looks like, on the local news 4 months ago, so November. So yeah, okay, so real thingamajig.
So
I find it a coincidence that we are having coincidences pile up around here. So please stop paying attention to coincidences, sir. You're going to get yourself in trouble. So what?
I was just gonna say, you possess the, I don't know how you say it, the Hagia Sophia,
Hagia Sophia.
but because it's not active, because you have to be Christian. Sorry, you have to be Catholic, Orthodox, or Muslim.
Yeah.
So we have the option. Sweet.
I'm going to be a Muslim and loot it.
I mean, Muslims could use it. We can't.
Seems a little weird.
It's so stupid. I can use the Apostolic Palace. Like, I'm inhabiting the Apostolic Palace right now as the leader of the Germanic religion. The Hagia Sophia, no, you can't do
Hagia Sophia is a very significant structure. Isn't that where Mary ascended?
that. I kind of want to lose.
Or am I thinking of something else in Palestine?
I also have the mausoleum at Parnassus.
Built by Byzantium Emperor Justinian I. Upon completion, the world's largest interior space and among the first to employ a fully pendentive dome. Considered the epitome of Byzantine architecture, said to have changed the history of architecture. Yeah, but I thought it was built on like a significant site.
Something the pyramids are active, so should I destroy the pyramids?
Obviously, like, who cares about that? And live out your most glorious imperialist fantasies.
Vikings, bro.
I mean, the Vikings didn't destroy the pyramids.
We are.
They didn't destroy any like big, awesome, cool churches. Just like small, little hamlet ones.
But we're LARPing as awesome Vikings who have reformed their culture and taken over the Western world.
Oh. These Vikings were not impressed with the achievements of Christendom.
Well, we also founded the Glorious University of Jorvik. The Glorious University has inspired scholars and harping students for decades. The tower can be seen from far away.
I can't find anything in my skimming of this. Let's go become tour guides in Turkey, and when we get to the Hagia Sophia, be like, tell the whole history, and at the end say, one day it'll return under rightful Christian rule.
We also built the Grand Library of Museums. So these are some Vikings who were into books. Some guys are screaming the fuck you outside.
The history of
Upgraded
Hagia
stone
Sophia explained. These history documentaries always use the most dramatic photo editing, HDR, weird saturation, like monocolor saturation, making it look so dramatic.
Definitely,
It's
yeah.
like, you guys chill. It might just be the significance of it was the architectural element. I thought, where did the Virgin Mary ascend then?
Vicereine Brigida has given me bizarre and repulsive evidence concerning King Dobrinia of Goddarky's sexual preferences. How should I
The
use
assumption.
this juicy information? Oh, he's a familial killing pixel. That is fucked. Who did he kill?
Bodily assumed into heaven. Made an official dogma of the Roman Catholic Church in 1950 by Pope Pius XII. Wow, that late? Was it like sort of dogma prior to that? Well, I don't know. BibleAsk.org has a whole bunch of broken links, so I'm not gonna follow those. The four Marian dogmas of the Catholic Church, 1950, defined it in the Apostolic Constitution, Manuficentissimus Deus. You see some of this old Catholic architecture, and you go, "Damn, I just want a Deus vault all day fucking long." Like this, it really captures that philosophy that they had of the majesty of Christ on earth. When you see these giant pillars and these gargantuan paintings, it's really impressive. And what have we done in the absence of God in the past 150 years? We've created non-stop brutalist architecture that crushes the soul. We've spread arteries of highway over millions of miles to create, I don't even know what you call them, but you've seen any town Midwest, it's just power lines and McDonald's and truck stops, and like what your parents say, go outside, and you go, what's outside? And it's that picture.
The outside they built, yeah.
The outside they built, yeah. We don't even have like Pentecostal churches and other non-denominational churches that are just in like moldy strip mall vacant rooms. They preach the gifts of Christ instead of the life. It's so sad. Then you go look at what the Catholic Church was doing 300, 400 years ago, and you go,
It's all the
damn. I mean, everyone's fucking children, though. Before we're dead, the age of like pedophilia is going to become as normal as being gay.
Dude, this sucks. I don't remember how this guy's related to me, but he was a Chinese imperial marriage that we got from the Emperor of China. He was burnt at the stake. That's fucked.
Well, he probably
By his wife. That's so metal, dude.
She burned him.
Yeah. His wife burned him at the stake.
You looks like you're really far away from your microphone. Have you tried having it
I
closer to your
have,
mouth?
but then if I move my head at all, you get mad and you can't hear me.
Yeah, you're supposed to talk into a microphone, not move your head.
Then how can I game and play a mic? Because I can't have the microphone right in front of my face while I'm trying to look at the computer screen.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want me to do?
Well, now you sound good. Yeah, that's good.
Great, just like right here. Is that good for you?
Yeah, that's how you use a microphone.
Does this work for you, Dad?
Like 2-3 inches from your mouth. That's how you're supposed to use
No, in the instructions it says 1 to 3 feet or 1 to 7 inches.
3 feet. Yeah, 7 inches. 1 to 7. Was I wrong when I said 3 inches? 3 feet. That'd be... Hey, do I sound pretty reasonable right now? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, sounds just fine.
You can hear me just fine?
I can hear you just fine. How about this? Does this work for you, Father?
Yeah,
You happy with this? Does this look comfortable for me?
Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Yeah.
I hate.
Don't you have a haircut here in like 12 minutes?
Yeah, I have a haircut in like 12 minutes. I literally have to go, and you're fucking giving me a hard time. It makes me so
You look
angry.
like, have you been wearing your yarmulke?
Yarmulke. Yeah, I'm bald.
I never saw the top of your head, honestly. I've always just seen
Yeah,
the front.
it's great. Women are like, I'm like, yeah, I'm bald, and they're like, no, you're not, and I'm like, hey. Yeah.
Just wear your yarmulke, walk around, and see how that goes for you.
Look at that.
See if you get invited to any like parties or business events.
There you go.
Maybe they'll. Oh, it's a whole comb over you got going on.
Oh yeah, dude, it's a big time comb over.
Man, just shave your head.
Yeah, I keep saying that.
You grow big bushy beards, just shave the fucking head. Go to the gym. Embrace your George Costanza.
See, I don't want the George Costanza. I want Jason Statham, not George Costanza.
But George Costanza got laid a lot. He smashed. Jason Statham, he's fucking once in a while, but George Costanza's fucking daily. George Costanza had 50 plus women throughout that series. And he would have had more, but he accidentally married what's her face? Susan. So, you know. Yeah, should.
Yeah, like literally. Oh wow. I'm like just
Not everyone is as blessed as me. Well, enjoy your haircut. Your $900 haircut.
No, I'm going to the regular guy.
Yeah, I know. I was just joking. Trying to make you sound like a top G. Top G's spend $900 on haircuts.
Oh, this guy was burnt at the stake as well, my other son.
You got a lot of heretics in your family, dude.
I don't know. Get burned at the stake. Also burned at the stake.
Have a crusade going on?
He was out. He was like, she was burnt. My other daughter was burned at the stake. Also, the thing is, like, we don't have a lot of heretics, but we have a lot of like secret religions. Like, I'm even part of the secret religion. I'm like secretly a Hellenic, and there's all these people who are secretly Hellenic.
You have like a secret society going on?
Yeah, a secret society of Hellenism.
And they're being found out and burned at the stake.
There's a bunch of secret societies of Christians.
Gotcha.
And there's also the Fellowship of Hell, which is the evil secret society, Norse Germanic religion. I can't join because I'm not a sinner. My lady is godly, bro. I mean, like, this is
you have
like,
to be a sinner, so you have to like join Epstein's cult to get into this society. They have to film you or paint you.
look at this, like 265. She's so good. She's killed. She's killed 205 people. Like, her husband's a pretty badass guy. He's only killed one person. You know?
Well, that just is a testament to how effective of a ruler he is.
Yeah, there we go. Who after me has the most kills? So the next living person, or not even next person, the next person of all time who has as many personal kills as this lady is 86, and that's my great grandfather. She has 205.
Just come a long way. You're gonna be late.
Yeah. All right, I gotta go.
Bye.
Bye, chat. Please super chat your favorite Mario Kart character with your super chat of at least $5. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for subscribing to Dog Dad Reviews, and have a great day.